Oh boy, here we go again with another scenario where LeBron James proves all of the haters wrong. Now, I'm just going to sit here and I'll say this. The Boston Celtics, while they are an absolute embarrassment, to be a first seed that's going to get swept, absolutely embarrassing. But I kind of feel bad for them because it's not really their fault. It's the media's fault, and then it's their fault for believing what the media said. People overhyped the Boston Celtics. People believed that the Boston Celtics were actually going to be title contenders. And I told you guys this. Now, Boston's a little different than what I usually tell you guys. But I'll sit it and I'll say this. Boston, they're one piece away from being a really, really great team. Okay? They're one piece away from being a great team and taking that next step. However, that could be them getting Gordon Hayward and getting that draft pick. So they're set for the future to be title contenders. Okay? I made a video on that, and I'll express it again. The Boston Celtics are the future of the NBA. But not the immediate future. The distant future. Like 4 years from now. If they stay together. Now, the thing about this is that LeBron James, again, has proven to be so dominant, so good at basketball. Listen, the Cleveland Cavaliers at one point in time were up by nearly 50 points. I believe I saw a point in time where the Cleveland Cavaliers were up by 46 points. 46 points. Okay? A team is up by 46 points in the NBA playoffs against a first seed team. I don't think that's ever happened in NBA history. For a first seed to be down by 46 points in the NBA playoffs. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's disgusting. It was embarrassing. It was absolutely just, it was just the worst, most disgusting. It was just everything combined. It was just a disgusting performance. A very, very nasty performance by a very, very overrated team at this point in time. Now, the funny thing is that before the NBA playoffs, everyone was saying, oh, the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors, they're different teams this year. They're going to be, competing with the Cleveland Cavaliers and giving them trouble. People said, well, the Spurs are a little bit different, but people said that the Spurs and the Clippers would give the Warriors trouble. Now, the Clippers are different because they got injured, and so did the Spurs, obviously. And the Spurs were up by, I think 25 at one point, 26, and then, obviously, they came back and won. Okay? So, and, sorry, I had to cut the mic because there was a truck outside my uncle's house. Anyway, so, they were up by, 25 points at one point in time. Okay? And the Warriors came back after Kawhi got injured. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's sad. It's ridiculous how bad these teams are destroying other NBA playoff teams. And it's not, bad for the NBA like people say. It's not. Because now the teams are just going to have to get better and better. People don't realize that the skill level of these players are getting better. The role players are better than ever. Some of these role players, if they had their own team, they would be NBA superstars, quote unquote. Okay? Because you have some role players, that can easily average 25, 30, 35. Prime example, a CJ McCollum could probably average 30 to 35 points per game if he had his own team. Okay? And there's plenty of other players that can also do that. Okay? For some reason, LaMarcus Aldridge is not one of those players. I thought he was, but apparently he isn't. Okay? So overall, it's just a very, very sad situation for the Boston Celtics. And I feel bad for their fans because they truly believed that they were NBA title contenders. And I made videos saying, look, they're not NBA title contenders. And I understand why people were so upset with me. Because it's like, Steve, just support a team. But I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and say that the Boston Celtics aren't, and say that the Boston Celtics are something that they're not. That's like you guys sitting there and saying to me, Steve, you're ready right now to be in the NBA. I'd be like, no, the hell I'm not. Don't lie to me. Be honest. It's the same concept with the Boston Celtics. They're not ready yet. But this offseason, they will be ready. Maybe next year they'll be a better team. Why am I saying maybe? They definitely will. What they need to do is sign Gordon Hayward. That's a definite. They need to get Gordon Hayward. That's not even a question. Okay? Sign Gordon Hayward. And then from there, you want to know what you got to do? Guess what? Get a big man, or if you want to get another, guard player, whoever the hell you want to get him. But you need to go after Gordon Hayward. And, because that guy right there is one of the future players of the NBA. He is going to be a dominant force in this league. He's going to be dominant. I mean, what else can you explain for Gordon Hayward? How else can we explain Gordon Hayward being to this level? Playing like he did with the Utah Jazz. Utah was a 4th seed in the NBA. Now, I know they're a great defensive team, but offensively, they don't have much help besides Gordon Hayward. Yeah, I know they have Rudy Gobert, okay, and et cetera, et cetera. There's some pretty good role players. But besides that, there's no one on that team that's going to carry you offensively. No one on that team that's going to carry the Utah Jazz offensively. And by the way, congratulations to Stephen Curry. I just heard that Stephen Curry is going to get the first $200 million contract. That is absolutely ridiculous. Let me repeat myself. $200 million. Not 120. That used to be a lot. Remember when LeBron and Melo signed 120? I think it was like LeBron, Melo, and KD. They all signed like 5-year, 120. I think it was $132 million contracts, and everyone was like, "Whoa! Look how much money these people are making." Try adding $70 million, $200 million. Listen, and I'm not gonna make a separate video on this because it's a pretty short topic. Maybe I will, but listen. $200 million. That extra 70 million, you're set for life. So imagine oh my goodness. And he deserves it. He's a great player. Anyway, man, the Boston Celtics are an absolute embarrassment. They're just I can't believe what happened with the Boston Celtics. I can't believe what they're allowing, especially in TD Garden. And this is what I'm saying, that there's a difference between a star player and a superstar player. Now, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett, obviously Paul Pierce was the best player on that team. He was dropping 40, he was dropping 50, he was dropping 30, he was dropping whatever on LeBron. And he did not allow Boston to lose against LeBron. Now, obviously he lost against LeBron, but I mean, he didn't get swept. He beat LeBron more than LeBron beat him, okay? There's a big difference between stars and superstars, and Paul Pierce was a superstar. Now, I'm not saying Isaiah Thomas sucks. It's just I don't see him as a superstar player. He's a great player, not a superstar player, though. I mean, let's be real. I would love to have him on the New York Knicks. He needs to come to New York. Listen, at the end of the day, I'll just conclude this video like this. Boston fans, there is nothing to be ashamed of. You should not be upset because, look, this is just one of those other building blocks that you need to get to that next level. It's just one of those building blocks that you guys need to get to that next level. Because now, because of Danny Ainge and the rest of your general management, guess what? You're about to sign Gordon Hayward. If he wants to come, he'd be silly not to. Let's be real for a second. And you get a draft pick. And on top of that, you have cap space. Okay? You have the cap space. So you can try and trade Al Horford. And you can sign a better big man. And you can have Gordon Hayward. I mean, not sign a better big man. Draft a big man. So you're set for the future with a young big man. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Boston Celtics, oh my goodness. This team is going to be ridiculous in the future. And it makes me want to throw up. Because I'm tired of seeing the Boston Celtics. I am so tired of seeing the Boston Celtics winning. Because probably 50% of my NBA life while watching basketball, 50%, this team used to always make the finals, always dominate my favorite players, and always make me... you guys want to know the real reason why I hate the Boston Celtics? Yeah, they destroyed, LeBron and Melo, Wade and Bosh a whole bunch of times, but that's not the real reason. Kevin Garnett, I think it was 2010 or 2011. Maybe it was Christmas Day. I don't know. Kevin Garnett hits a buzzer beater on my New York Knicks, and that sealed the fate for the Boston Celtics. I hated them from that point on, and I will continue to hate them for the rest of my life. It's been your man, Steve. I'm out. Peace.